And Christina had asked me to share a short testimony tonight about this song, and so my testimony is going to very much interweave with hers, with what I have to share. And I'm not very much of a speaker, so I'm just going to share from my heart tonight. But addiction brings with it a rippling effect of brokenness, and like Christina said a couple years ago, that rippling effect crossed the yellow lines on Highway 20 and created a very tragic accident. But what the enemy intends for our destruction, God comes in and says, no, he does not have the final answer in this. He will never have the final answer. I have the final answer. And my final word is that a ministry is going to spring out of this tragedy, and it's going to be called Mighty to Save, and they are going to go forth in my name and bring hope to many young people who are struggling with addiction. And he had me as a very new songwriter at the time in the corner of my living room, pouring my heart out on the page after, like she said, my husband was a first responding EMT that night of that accident, and just the heartbreak that he came home and shared with me affected me deeply, because I too survived an accident like this as a teenager, actually, and so it just impacted me so much, and it compelled me to write a song of how God would use this brokenness for his glory. And so, as Christina said, a couple years pass, and I have this song sitting in my folder. And I was visiting with a friend one day, and she started telling me about her friend Christina, who had this daughter in this difficult accident a couple years back, and that she started a ministry called Mighty to Save Ministry. And the more she was talking and the more I was kind of connecting the lines, I just kind of stopped her and said, I wrote a song about that accident. And she was just completely undone in that moment as she saw that God was already knitting these things for his good. And she said, I have got to introduce you to Christina, because she's not going to believe this. This is just unbelievable. And we had a concert coming up very shortly after that. And she was able to introduce me to Christina that night at the concert. And when we met and exchanged stories, we were both just beside ourselves that a couple years later God would bring us together for his good in this place tonight, that we could share about this, and this song could be shared with you. And so it's just amazing. So, in that, I want to just share, this is not an easy song. It's a hard song, but I just want to end with the truth that only in Jesus Christ can the broken be made beautiful. And our song is called Broken.
There's a mother crying as she looks into her baby's eyes, saying, Daddy can't be with us. He's had to go long before it was his time. Life's broken. Who can take this pain? This grieving, it needs healing. So lost and lonely, Jesus, take the pain. Mm-hmm. there's a family waiting for their son to come home through the door. He will not be with them. His smile and laughter will be no more. Lives are broken in a moment. Who can take this pain? This grieving, it needs healing. So lost and lonely, Jesus, take the pain. And when the day breaks, only one can take the broken and make it beautiful. And our God is strong, He's our present help in times of trouble. We put our hope in You. So Jesus, come and make us new. Girl stands in life's shadows, waiting for some better news. She's still so young, yet she bears the scars of one way beyond her years. Her life is broken, and in a moment He will take her pain. Her grieving, it needs healing. She's lost and lonely, but Jesus takes her pain. And when the day breaks, only one can take the broken and make it beautiful. 'Cause our God is strong, He's our present help in times of trouble. We put our hope in You. When the day breaks, only one can take the broken and make it beautiful. 'Cause our God is strong, He's our present help in times of trouble. We put our hope in You. So Jesus, You can make the broken and make them beautiful.